Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to hire good contractors. I don't want to jinx it yet, but thus far, every time that I've worked with a contractor with this house, they've been great contractors. And there are a couple of things that I do that are somewhat counterintuitive. I don't factor in reviews that much. I would say that reviews are a good staple of success, but in today's world, reviews can easily be bought. And another thing to keep in mind is that whenever a company has too many reviews, let's say they have 150 reviews and it's a staggering 4.6, these people, they start to disrespect their customers. They start to think, well, we're going to get new leads coming in shortly, so who cares about this guy? And they take forever to respond. So one way that I will often get good contractors is that I don't live and die by the reviews. Do I weigh it? Absolutely, but I don't live and die by it. There have been plenty of times where one of these big companies with so many reviews, they are not responding back accordingly, or their prices are way too high. I go with the little guy, and this little guy, they are ready to prove themselves. So that's something that you may want to do. Another way in order to find good contractors is by using the right tools. I'm not a big fan of going to these big companies like Lowe's for them to install something for us, unless it's complimentary. Whenever I got, let's say, the fridge, they gave me this complimentary service where they were going to install the fridge. But let's say I'm redoing my floors. These people are expensive. I believe in getting quality work done, but I believe that you should not get scammed. If they are charging you $3,500 more than the other person, you need to keep on interviewing, which brings me to my next point. You need to keep on interviewing. I typically use a tool like Thumbtack, and by using Thumbtack, I'm interviewing at least 2 to 4 people. By interviewing them, I start to understand what exactly I'm working with, and I'm starting to see what the different prices are, how long it's going to take, how reliable they seem. They eventually come to my place. We have a conversation, and I noticed that a lot of these guys, they cannot speak English that well. I downloaded Google Translate for that reason, and I'll talk to them, and I'll do my best to get a good grasp. Ultimately, in order to hire a good contractor, you need to trust your gut. There are times when someone has great reviews, but for some reason, my gut is just saying, no, don't work with them. While on the flip side, this person doesn't have that many reviews. They're a little young, but they have a little portfolio with good work that they've done in the past. My gut is saying, work with this guy. Therefore, I work with this guy. This final tip, it's not necessarily logical, it's emotional. Just understand that when you are interviewing people, eventually there are going to be different people that have the same credentials, and you need a tiebreaker, and often your gut is going to be that tiebreaker. I would say in order to hire good contractors, you can't weigh that much emphasis on the reviews. You need to interview multiple people. You need to trust your gut. You need to be somewhat fluent in whatever you are trying to fix. And by doing that, you increase your odds of working with great contractors. And another pro tip is that you get a contract signed and you get their driver's license, because whenever you ask them for their driver's license, it puts a little bit of fear in them. They know that you mean business, and they mean business once they send you that driver's license, because you know their name. Hopefully it doesn't come to anything where you have to use that against them, where you take them to court because they're not doing their job properly, or they're leaving certain jobs unfinished. But they understand that you mean business, they mean business, and once you guys both understand that this is a business transaction, that is when you guys can properly get to work. So if you enjoyed today's talk, go on and drop that like for me right on below, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification, and never miss another talk again. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.